Golden Leaf Foundation awards grants to nonprofits and governmental entities across North Carolina. Golden Leaf's grants making focuses on 3 priorities: agriculture, job creation and retention, and workforce preparedness, with a special focus on education surrounding it all. Projects that focus on opportunities to support and develop economic strength in tobacco-dependent, economically distressed, and/or rural communities continue to be welcomed. Recently, we assembled a panel of thought leaders from our state to share their thoughts on the Golden Leaf Foundation and to provide some insights into the needs being met by collaboration with the foundation.
Dan Garlock, President of the Golden Leaf Foundation. Well, the continued success of rural North Carolina is important, as well as the success of other parts, because we don't know where the next great leaders are going to come from in business. We don't know where the next great idea for the next iPod or something like that is going to come from. Could very well come from rural North Carolina. Historically, we have been a state of small towns. It's where our manufacturing base has been, and a successful state is one that makes things, grows things, innovates things, as the governor has said. And I think too that in agriculture, we have one of the most diverse agriculture sectors in the world. We have a lot of different climates, a lot of soils and everything like that. There's increased demand for food and fiber and other products grown on North Carolina soil all over the world. And so we have to be prepared to take advantage of what has gotten us this far and to make it our future as well. In order for rural North Carolina to be successful, for its people to be successful, we have to have all of us rowing on the same oar, in the same direction, focused on the same purpose, to allow for economic opportunity no matter where in the state you live, and to give you the tools to be able to take advantage of the American opportunity. That's all that it's about. Our money comes from the tobacco of North Carolina. It's being returned to those places, and it has to be returned with a great investment in order for us and our partners to be successful. That's why we're all in NC.
Okay, I'm Caroline McCullough, Director of Education Initiatives at SAS. The partnership with Golden Leaf and our Learning Technology Initiative was a wonderful partnership because everyone took pieces of it and we put it all together for something wonderful for those rural schools. SAS provided the teachers with laptops and Golden Leaf provided the students with laptops. The Friday Institute at NC State provided professional development, and we all worked together with DPI and the public schools to make sure that they had the support they needed. I think partnerships like this with Golden Leaf, I know they have their eye on those rural schools all of the time. That's part of their mission, as I understand it. And I think that making sure they have in the rural areas the same opportunities that the students in the urban areas have, that's a big part of making sure our economy is future ready.
I'm Jonathan Ryan. I'm past chairman of the Golden Leaf Foundation. The Golden Leaf Foundation is probably more valuable and needed now than when it started, frankly. We've gone through the Great Recession. We're still in challenging times. We're seeing, in particular, the rural parts of North Carolina really struggle, and that's our focus right now. We want to bring people together. We want to collaborate. We want to see what we can do for the rural parts of our state that see perhaps more challenges than the urban areas. Well, this spring we're hosting and coordinating a symposium with a lot of different folks from across the state. We want to bring together the education sector, the business community, the philanthropic community, the agricultural community, because we know that no one organization or sector of the economy has all the answers. And we have big problems in parts of our state, and it's going to take everybody working together, and we think that a joint effort is the way to go, and that's the way we can maximize the resources we all have.
Sure. Louie Bert, President and CEO of North Carolina Chamber. Well, I think it's been a great partnership because I think when you look at the history of Golden Leaf and really where those resources have come from, they've really taken resources from a part of our economy that was very much part of our past. And now with the tobacco settlement money, he's been able to monetize that and move it forward and really reinvest in some of the rural areas of our state that are probably the most economically challenged. You know, from our standpoint, we're actually collaborating, to your point earlier, with folks like the Golden Leaf and probably dozens of organizations across the state to really kind of get a handle on not only some of the unique rural challenges, but what are some of the things that government can do, public policy changes we can make to enable more competition. So we look forward to visiting at this conference in April, and then as the short session begins, bringing forth some of those ideas to the legislature. But our journey to kind of uncover some of the challenges has just begun. We'll probably hold a series of about 6 or 8 meetings across the state to get feedback. But again, I think you have a business community that's interested in making sure that all 100 counties are thriving. North Carolina is not alone. I mean, this is a set of challenges that most states in America are facing. But I think what excites us about where we see this journey going is when the economic pie is growing, there's more opportunity, and that's just not more opportunity in urban areas, but it's more opportunity in rural areas. So North Carolina's growth vector, we think, poses a lot of great opportunity for all areas of our state. But investing in projects that Golden Leaf sees as a good investment, and North Carolina does as well. So I think North Carolina has benefited from their partnership, working in parts of the state that are real challenged.
I'm Christy Teske. I'm the Executive Director of the John M. Belk Endowment. Golden Leaf has been a great thought partner for us. They have the ability to look at rural communities holistically. We are taking it from an educational standpoint of how do we help populations get to and through post-secondary and making sure that it's connected with livable wage jobs on the back end. There is a lot of synergy in what Golden Leaf does and what we do at the John M. Belk Endowment that we feel that thought leadership, partnership, combining resources, there are so many possibilities. What we're most excited about is to have an organization like Golden Leaf that believes that we're not the answer. We are part of the solution, but that solution has to come from the rural communities themselves. If that be the tremendous asset of our community college system, if that be from the workforce development boards that are there, industries that are in the rural communities, there's so many opportunities that when we are working to build out North Carolina and we think about the North Carolina of the future, that's not without rural. That's what makes North Carolina special. It's what makes North Carolina a beautiful place to live, work, and play. And we want to help build that alongside Golden Leaf Foundation. I love North Carolina. North Carolina is a state where you can climb mountains, you can go to the beach. We have amazing food across the board. The southern roots of this state, of family, of community, that has not gone away. Just because industries have come and gone, and just because we're in this conversation of how we redefine North Carolina, what makes North Carolina special is at the core of all of that, and that hasn't changed. And that's what we hope to build on, and that's what I love about North Carolina.
My name is Larry Wooten. I'm president of the North Carolina Farm Bureau. I began working with the Farm Bureau on a professional staff in 1994. North Carolina has got a bright future. Our potential is there. Our infrastructure needs some help. We got issues with roads, obviously people. If agriculture is going to continue to be the leading industry in this state, and it is, we've got to have research. We've got to have, that's why I'm so proud that we're working on this Plant Sciences Initiative, because you've got to be visionary, not where we are today, but where we're going to be 5 years from now, 10 years, and you can't do that then. You got to start today. And that's where the Golden Leaf Foundation has just done a tremendous job in providing seed money. It's provided venture capital for many, many projects that the private sector has said, we're not ready to look at this right yet. The Gold Leaf Board, the Gold Leaf Foundation has stepped up and said, we're going to invest in North Carolina. We're going to put our money where our mouth is. And every project, I can tell you, has not been a booming success. But it has been great venture capital out there and caused a lot of things to happen in the state that would not have happened had it not been for that Golden Leaf Foundation. I'm just proud to I'm proud to have a relationship here as president of this organization with the Golden Leaf Foundation. We work together, we collaborate, we discuss things, and we look at the future of the state. You know, as I said, we're all in the same boat here in the state of North Carolina. And it doesn't matter where in that boat a hole comes, the result is the same for everybody. And so we've got to work together to make sure that no hole comes in the North Carolina boat.